The year of Escape from Tarkov. I'm going to fly through some of the improvements that make this more approachable to a wider audience and improve the quality of life even for the existing player base. Real quick, what is it? Escape from Tarkov is a brutal yet realistic FPS game with the objective of making it out alive and with everything you can get your little loot goblin hands on. Matches last up to 50 minutes, and in that time you could come across everything from simple AI to boss AI with laser beam aim, then of course the most dangerous of game, fellow players. Up to 15 of them depending on the map. Essentially, besides a couple of safety slots and insurance system, everything you bring in will be lost if you do not get out alive. The systems, the realism, the intricacies are unrivaled by any other game, leaving this in a league of its own, and in my opinion, of those like once in a decade gaming experiences. Escape from Tarkov is its own beautiful yet punishing work of art, and that may go down as my favorite bit of media and entertainment of all time. I'll start by saying the game is much more finished than a lot of releases nowadays, so don't get frightened by the word beta. This being said, I have played for the last few years, enjoying it through the good and not so good updates, but now in 2024 I can assure you this game is fire. So just one update, we got some big things, which is the reason essentially for this video. As of December 27th, the 0.14 update, this game is more playable than ever. I want to start with the release of the recoil rework. Keeping it brief, but it used to be ass. Recoil systems now have found a balance, making semi, burst, and auto all viable options. Gun control feels more realistic, and aiming down sights and the sight picture are vastly improved. There is an achievement system now, so you may track progress even after a wipe. Hall of Fame where you can show off all your hard-earned loot. Hitboxes and armor systems are now more specific to the armor you're using, as in back, front, sides, having different pools and placements based on the armor model. The long-awaited vaulting function has been added, thank God. It's still a bit dodgy, but much better than crouch jumping everything. Shoulder switch essentially has been added, so right side peek is not necessarily the meta anymore. You can look to the left quite a bit better. Stats on character and scav and profile viewing is now fully expressed, fully fleshed out. For things added in the last year or so that have greatly improved the game, we have number one, first and foremost, party system. Before this was quite strange. You had to invite each other to the map through the loading screen. Now you're always together and don't need to make sure you're at the right map, the right time. This has greatly improved getting together with the mates and getting in and out of raids. Although it was funny reading everyone's names in the looking for group lobby. There is quick gearing in the menu now on your character. Rather than rummaging through the stash, you can easily equip anything in your stash, even if it's buried under your Russian doll backpack scheme you got going on. This goes along with the presets as well. You can make a full kit, full loadout preset, which would instantly be able to equip and buy the necessary bits if you are missing any. Forgot to mention the preset for the mags is actually part of the newer update, but now there's like a mag preset. You can pre-save a top, middle, bottom combination of ammo into the mags if you have a certain way that you like to pack them. Proximity VoIP has been in the game for a while, but it's very useful. It's a very useful tool. I use it quite a bit myself. You'll be alright. And for the sake of realism, if you haven't played in a long time, or if you're new, the inertia aspect makes your player feel a bit weighted or boaty. This is on purpose. It's for the realism. It's supposed to be realistic with all that gear on. And although you do get used to it quite quickly, your initial impressions may be less than ideal if you're coming from a fast-paced FPS. And cheaters are being addressed best they can. It's on the forefront of most of the complaints about this game. This being said, there's always room for improvement. We know Battlestate knows this. We know this. This may, I'm thinking about doing a separate video to go through some of those things, maybe rank them accordingly about the improvements that can be made. I myself really hope one day, as it was intended, that the maps are connected and there is no longer a timer. So in theory, you and the squad could go out for hours raiding, dropping stuff off along the way, not have to worry about the clock. I know Gray Zone Warfare is attempting to make this happen and give Tarkov maybe its first real competitor, but we've had this conversation before, and only time will tell if that can be delivered on. For now, Tarkov remains the undisputed champ of extraction looter shooters. Hands down, they invented the genre. Even now, even if the game never makes it to full release, this is a much more playable, worthy investment than most any other game I've ever played. I've definitely gotten my money's worth, I can tell you that. Just trying to get people on board, bring some people into the fold. Happy raiding. Peace.